Hey y'all, Miss Kennedy here, and this time we're looking at solving inequalities that have special cases. Now, special cases means they're weird or different, or something's hard about it, or unique or unusual. I mean, you can use lots of words for it, but you know, it's yeah, it means there's something different, something else. There's always some other thing. Like you always like you're going along in class with the notes and you're like, okay, I can handle this, I got this. And then the next example goes up and your teacher's like, okay, so now let's do one like this. And it's got that one extra thing or that extra little, oh, now you have to remember this kind of thing. And yeah, that's tough. Like that's I know. Such is life. All right. So let's look at these and see if we can make sense of it. Go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm going to show you how to make sense of algebra so that you can get on with your life. All right. So special cases are things that have all real numbers and things that have no solutions. So let's look at these and see, because they look like just any other kind of problem. And let's see if we can figure out, what's the deal with these. So we're going to start just by distributing here. If you've got parentheses, you want to deal with that first. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times -2 is -6, and that has an x on it. So we put the x. And then there's no parentheses over here, so I just bring the rest of that down. Now I'm ready to actually start solving. So I want to move, the x's to put those together, the numbers to put those together. It doesn't really matter. You have lots of choices. You have 4 choices really of kind of where to start. I think I'll add 6x to both sides. Okay, -6 plus 2, that's 0. So that leaves me 3 on this side. Greater than, bring down my 3. -6 plus 6, that's 0 also. Okay, so all I have left is 3 is greater than 3. Okay, so it's looking weird. So one of the first things to do would be to go back and double check, did I distribute right? Yeah, that's all looking good. Like I added 6x to both sides because that was a negative. We're on track. It's not wrong. So that means that this answer is telling me that there's something different, something kind of unique, strange, weird, whatever word you want to use for it, for this kind of answer. And so I need to think 3 is greater than 3. No, that's not true. My $3 is not worth more than your $3, right? I always try to think of it in terms of money. That usually is really helpful to think of the numbers in terms of money if you can. And so $3 for one person is not more than $3 for another, as far as just like you go to the store, you can either buy something with the $3 or you can't. So that's not a true statement. So if that is what we would say is false, then our graph is going to be empty because there is no solution to this answer, to this problem, no solution to this problem. And our graph is just empty. There's nothing on it. I mean, you may very well have numbers, written that look like a negative, and that looks like a negative. Let's fix that. Don't want that. We're just going to 3, 2, 1 here. But, you're not going to fill in anything. You're not going to put a circle on the 3. You're not going to do anything. You are finished. That is your answer. And it'd be great if I could draw a nice rectangle, but there we go. Oh, look. And then it fixed it and made it pretty. Okay. So that is no solution because it's just not true. That means that there's nothing you can plug in for X here to make that a true statement. There's just not. In life, lots of times we want to say that, oh, there's a solution for everything. No, sometimes there's not a solution for everything. Not to be negative or anything, like pessimistic. It's just that there are some times when, no, nothing's going to work here. So, all right. So that's true in algebra as well. So let's try another one, see how if it's the same, different. What do you think? I see parentheses here, so I'm going to start with that. So -2 times 5 is -10. Negative 2 times 6 is negative 12, and that has an n on it. And then I'm going to bring down the less than and distribute here. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times negative 2, that's negative 12, and that has an n on it. So we'll put that down. All right, so now we're ready to start solving. So I'm going to do like I did before. I'm going to add my variable, move that over. I'm going to add 12n to both sides. So I've got negative 10, negative 12 plus 12, that's 0. That's why I added it, was to get rid of it. I'll bring my less than down, bring my 48 down. Negative 12 plus 12. Usually I end up with an n term over here, or an x term, whatever your variable is, but that's 0. That's gone too. Okay, so now I'm left with just like a number statement, like negative 10 is less than 48. Okay, is that a true statement? Is negative 10 less than 48? Yeah, all negative numbers are less than positive numbers. So that is true. And that means that all real numbers are going to be on this graph. And so you're literally just going to plug in like everything. And, if you want to put a number in there, you are welcome to do it. But all real numbers is your answer. Your teacher might very well want you to write that out. They may want you to use a symbol for it. Whatever they did on the notes, that's what you should go with. But all real numbers means everything on the graph is filled in, because that means you can plug in anything into this problem for n, and you're going to get a true statement once you're finished. You could plug in a 0 for the n's, you'll get a true statement. You could plug in 1,000,000 for the n's, you'll get a true statement. You could plug in negative 3.75459 for the n's. It doesn't even matter. Whatever you plug in, it's gonna work. It's gonna end up being true that this side will end up being less than this side on the right. So that's kind of interesting. So those are the two possibilities when it's kind of weird like that. You just got to think through, what does this statement mean? Like right here, think through, is that a true statement or not? If it's false, then that means there's not a solution. And then think about the other statement. If this is true, then that means everything works. It's true all the time and everything works. All right. I hope this is helpful. Have a great day.